Alright, so another 10 Best Picture winners. Most of them are for the 80s, actually. At least, yeah, 3 of these are from the 80s. So this is going to have to be another 5, or in this case, 5 in one video and 5 in another video. Yeah, so let's get started. We'll start off with Mutiny on the Bounty from 1935. This film stars Clark Gable, Charles Lawton, and some third guy. I don't really know his name. It's really good, actually. I mean, it's not spectacular. It's not like, oh my god, this film is like going to change my life. But no, it's really good. Um, it's about a real event that happened where the cruel Captain Bligh, uh, his men mutinied on his ship called the Bounty and sent him out to sea, and he ended up surviving it. And Charles Lawton's performance really brings Captain Bligh to life. He was most definitely the best element of this. Clark Gable was also great. As I don't remember Felix, I think his name was. I did no, probably not. He was also great in his role. Him and Lawton together on screen worked very well, even though I heard there was actually quite a lot of behind the scenes production, like in real life, Lawton and Gable didn't really like each other, mainly because Lawton was gay and Gable didn't like that. But it was the 30s. It was a different time. But no, it was good. I believe it was actually shot on a real ship, and his production design was great. Cinematography was pretty good for its time. Sound mixing was surprisingly good, especially for a 30s movie. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Next would be in order Hamlet from 1948. This is Laurence Olivier's Oscar-winning film. He won Best Actor and Best Picture for this. It's a it's a good movie, but it's got that old Shakespearean talk that I don't really get. It's like I need like a translator to understand what's happening. The production design, I know it's a 40s movie, but it felt really lackluster. It like felt super fake, and it was really hard to stay engaged, but I guess I managed it. Um, yeah, it just wasn't all that entertaining. I mean, Olivier's performance was great. I mean, I if you've seen The Lion King, you've seen Hamlet or any other subsequent adaptation. I mean, I knew what was happening, but the story was kind of just bleh. Well, no, story was good. It was just like the whole thing about it, the whole what's the word? The whole presentation that Olivier had. It was kind of just boring. So yeah, Hamlet was an all right movie. Yeah, give it another 6 out of 10. Next was Tom Jones from 62. Um, it's not a good movie. Like, okay, Albert Finney's performance was good. He was real good. Um, but that's probably the only good part. Hugh Griffith is in this movie, and thankfully he's not in blackface this time, like he was in Ben Hur. Um, I think the worst element is probably the camera work, the cinematography, the editing. It felt like an amateur did it. The story is based off some like folklore, some English folklore. Wasn't all that interesting. Wasn't written really well. Aside from Finney, wasn't acted all that well. It was 4 out of 10. My Fair Lady. This movie is 1965 with no, 64 with Rex Harrison and Audrey Hepburn. I don't I don't know why this is considered one of the greatest movies of all time. Like, of course, it's got Hepburn. She's a great actress. Great actress. It's got a few good songs. Most of them are alright. I don't understand how Rex Harrison won Best Actor for this though, because his performance was fine. I mean, he played his role well, but he couldn't sing, and he had to talk sing every song he got, and it kind of really put a damper on my experience. Production design was like super duper fake. Like there was this like downtown England something, and it really felt like the lighting was very artificial. The production design felt like you were on a stage. I did not feel like I was in that environment. Music was alright, a few good songs. Most of them were like okay. A few of them I really did not like. They kind of wasted time. Um, the story in general is just kind of lackluster. Like, oh, I'm gonna teach you how to speak properly. Okay, I should be compelled. Why? And then there's the thing with like '60s movies, '60s and like early '70s movies is that they have a good setup, a good middle, and then they get to the end, but they didn't like prepare for the end. So it's like, okay, we're going middle, abrupt ending. Like you didn't transition whatsoever. It just end, go. So yeah, not don't see why this is held in such high regard. Give it a 5 out of 6. Yeah, I give it another 6 out of 10. All right, movie I did love. I watched this like 2 hours ago. The Deer Hunter from 1978. This movie is phenomenal. From direction, camera work, music, like like the scenes were properly scored, the cinematography was great, the writing was great, the runtime, despite being 3 hours, felt justified. Every performance was amazing. De Niro was great. Christopher Walken was great. Meryl Streep was great, even though her role was very small. John Cazale, I think his name is, in his last role, he was great. I cannot begin to explain how amazing this movie is. It's a Vietnam movie, and while watching it, I was like, when we gonna get to Vietnam? When are we gonna see more of Vietnam? And we do, with the iconic Russian roulette scene. Well, there's two actually. But it took me after watching the movie to realize that the movie's not about Vietnam. It's about everything before and after Vietnam. It's about the friendship between the three main characters and how their bonds are tested or even sometimes broken by war, and how you need to live on life even if you've lost those close to you. It's very haunting, very deep film. It's very good. I 100% recommend it. And I don't know if this is the first time or one of the first times. I'm gonna give this film a 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's very rare. So those are the first five. Uh, I'll record the next five in like a couple minutes. All right. Goodbye.